Cool. All right. Well, I am so excited about this call today. We've had a ton of updates recently that we'll be sharing with you guys. Um, but we wanted to, like we do with every first call, want to just kick things off by welcoming our new ambassadors. So we have, let's see, Niska. I wonder if I'm saying that right. Niska or Niska? Denise, Forrest, Michael, and Jimmy, who are all new this month. So would love to welcome you guys and hear from you. So I feel like Forrest, you've been a part of this for a while, but maybe it has only been a month. Is this your first strategy call?
Yeah, this is the first one.
All right, well, welcome.
Thank you.
So what do you think so far?
I like it. To be honest, I haven't gotten through the whole, course yet. I started and then just kind of like things got kind of crazy with business. Um, I need to get back to it, but I shared it with my a presentation I did, and I didn't get anyone to take the quiz, but otherwise, some of the information was well received. So I could see with doing more. I think I told you my main focus was to be doing webinars and some in-person workshops, and I'm just kind of waiting on some IT stuff with my email to launch that, and I'm going to start, advertising the webinar. But I want to incorporate a lot of, the Home IQ information into it, because it's kind of like a first time home buyer prep course.
Yeah, we'll talk more about this a little bit later, but we're doing some expanding of our resources and presentation materials. So, I mean, we share this with you all whenever you're joining, but it really is so helpful whenever you guys say, here's what I'm doing, here's what worked, here's what didn't, and being able to incorporate that as we continue to grow our resources will be really valuable. So, as you do presentations like that and as you're developing new things or have things coming up, please let us know so that we can incorporate your feedback and continue to, grow together. So,
Absolutely.
Michael Martin, how about you? What was your reason, if you could share a little bit about your why or how it's been getting started?
Yeah, so I definitely have to admit on a slow start, but I've got to get jumped in with it as well. I just had the vacation like right before I signed up with it for you, so I was kind of getting back into that, but I'm making excuses. The reality is, the why is, and I think I told you this, my mom had asked me to speak to a recent high school grad about buying a home. He was starting a job, making a pretty good living in a technical program. And so I spent probably 30 minutes on the phone kind of explaining to him, about the business. And I thought, man, I need to be, talking to young people about this because there's so many people that are missing that opportunity. And then shortly thereafter, so I think that's what led me down the path of I need to go find something that is already out there. And so I reached out to some people at Fairway and got pointed in your direction, and really glad to be a part of it. Just need to make sure we jump in, and I'm glad to be doing these ambassador calls too, because it keeps, I think it keeps people engaged versus like, oh, I wrote that check and forgot about it. So
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's the hard part is how do we, make use of the resources. But I love the way you were putting that. We are an extension of you, a partnership with you as you want to do those kinds of presentations. We'll support you and making that a little bit easier. So Niska, what made you, and am I saying your name right first? And then secondly, what brought you here?
It's Niska.
Niska. Okay, sorry.
Yes, that's all right. Everybody does that.
I'm sure. Right.
I deal with a lot of first-time home buyers, and just have always noticed that they don't have a good understanding of budgeting and that type thing. So looking forward to getting through everything and utilizing that to help educate people down the road.
Oh, I love it. That's great. Um, so would also love to open it up for anybody here to talk about your wins this month with First Home IQ, whether it be a conversation you've had or a presentation you've done, anything that that you'd love to to share with the community?
I'll share.
Great.
So I met with one of my realtor partners and actually kind of did a mock presentation with the PowerPoint presentation. And we are going to get that personalized if I can figure it out. I think I need to use Canva, right? So we're going to personalize it, hopefully co-brand it, and host a first-time homebuyer seminar using
Cool.
the first home IQ slide deck. So thank you for that.
Great. I love that. Well, that's a good plug for our office hours. If you want to jump in on an office hours, it's pretty much every other Wednesday. So next Wednesday will be one, but where Katie leads those and can walk through any of the, types of Canva things or strategize on a presentation you have coming up. And also both of us are always available to jump in just to strategize with you on if you have a presentation like that coming up. So but that's great. And we do have a recorded Canva workshop too. So if you want to glance at that, we can send it to you.
Thank you.
Cool. Any other wins anybody would like to share?
I can go. Hi, this is also my first strategy call. So I think I joined at the very end of July, but it was a long month, right? Where I had missed that first one. So I know when we first got in, I had an event like that first week I signed up. So first off, thank you so much for everyone on the team who worked to get all the marketing I needed in like 2 days, so that I could go to a school. And so I was able to be at and sponsor a table at a brand new school here in Denver and to meet the principal there and some of the people that are on the school board. So that was really exciting. So it was just like those initial conversations. And then I feel like I had like that big initial push, and then life happened with trying to get my own kids back to school. So now that they start back next week, I'm ready to put that strategy together and the plan of how to really get into those schools again. So I'm just excited that now it's okay, I have the things, I got in front of one, had a little break, but I feel good to now follow the path.
Cool. That's really awesome. That's exciting. How did that first class go for you?
It was great. So it was, I was just tabling so it was a brand new school here in Denver, and a realtor I work with her husband is the principal. So that was kind of how I got the in to be there for this grand opening. But it was really great to just, tell people about it, and to also, like I said, my biggest thing was trying to figure out how I can be in front of people in education without them feeling like I'm selling them something. So it was really great to have all the marketing things was First Home IQ and not Guild Mortgage. And so I felt like they were much more open to hearing what I was saying and wanting to continue the conversation.
Cool. That's awesome. I love that. All right. Any other wins from anybody? Dave, how about you? Oh, you're muted.
I remember my first time I used Zoom, but yeah, no. This is a win. I love masterminding, seeing familiar faces, seeing new faces. Both Lynette and Veronica, thank you for sharing stories. That is just so essential to having a mastermind and to learning from each other. And then Nishka, did I get it right?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. And Michael, it's good to see you here. And thanks for speaking up. So, when I think of this mission we're all on together, and you guys wouldn't be here. I mean, you're investing money, you're investing time. This is important time. You guys make a living doing loans. It's all about masterminding. So I love events like this. I would also push you guys, if you have not, how many of you, and use the little reaction, give me a thumbs up if in the past, like this month, you've logged into our platform, our digital mastermind circle. Give a little thumbs up. Okay, we got one, we got me, we got two. So I see some smiles, not yet. I would push you guys to logging in to that. and more important, logging in, like share stories. You know, like one of the goals Krista and I have is like when we're doing this, to really integrate that digital mastermind experience that we have with this online Zoom mastermind. And then when we go to events, you know, we'll have some in-person masterminds. So this is, you know, it's a vibrant, well, it could become a very vibrant community for all of you. That's purpose and profits. Like we're helping people becoming financial literate. We're helping the next generation get into homeownership younger. But we gotta use the mastermind platform. So yeah, I'm not gonna go beyond my big win is just being here and seeing new faces and hearing cool stories.
And we'll talk about, I'll show you some of the updates that we've made in Circle or in the community really recently, but we want to tell your stories for you as well. So like, you know, if you want to just send us a, you know, hey, I did this presentation or I showed up at this thing, had this conversation, and in a best case scenario, you've got a photo of some sort, we will post it in a channel called Impact, and that will be inspiration to others. Even, you know, a conversation that you can describe would be inspirational to others. And we just want to make that as easy as possible for you guys to share that. Ideally, you're posting in the community, but happy to share that for you as well.
And then for anyone watching the recording of this, just so we can see how many people actually watch the recording of this, shoot me an email at dave@firsthomeIQ. Let me know your top takeaway from watching this recording, because I get everybody can't be here live. And we do know a lot of people watch it, but we don't know how many people do. Anyone that's here for this live one, if you can't make it, realize that we're recording it, and stay connected to the community, stay connected to the stories in the mastermind.
I don't have a win yet, but it's going to be a win. I'm hosting my first ever webinar this evening for first-time homebuyers. So I've taken a lot of what you guys have on your presentation and integrated it into mine with some other stuff about affordability and things of that nature. So I'm doing that tonight.
Awesome.
That's a win. That's a win. You're taking action. Good job, DJ.
Yeah, that's great.
Thank you.
Okay, speaking of more wins, let's see. Michael Creed has had a huge amount of quizzes recently. So he's up to 181. Big shout out there. And Joe's getting really close to the 100 mark. So we've got you know, good growth around here. We will be doing another iteration of the quiz. So if you do have any impact, I mean, any feedback or anything like that, you know, please let us know. We'll be doing that in next month, actually. So,
Dude, Dave Savage is on the list, number 3.
Dave Savage is number 3 on the list.
I know. I love that. Coming out of nowhere. Jordan Nutter, look out.
Yeah.
And Michael, I got you next month. Let's see who can get the most quizzes.
Deal.
All right.
Michael, any updates on how the quiz is working for you, or any feedback you've had?
Yeah, it's been working quite well. We're running. You'll see a jump here on September 6th, probably another 25 or so, if everybody participates anyway. Because I'm actually bringing this to the YPN group with our Builders Association, and there's been a lot of activity of people signing up already for that. But in the past, it's just people. I did a class since the last time I saw you all at a business. I had shared I was going to do that as kind of a soft benefit. And those individuals were much younger in that 18 to 25 demographic, and their scores were a lot lower, kind of in that average line than what we had been seeing prior. So it's starting some real conversations. You know, I kind of rolled it out to the higher millennial ages first, and then we're working our way well into Gen Z at this point. And it's starting conversations in a different way. Some people have a really good understanding of what this looks like, you know, financial literacy as a whole looks like, but many they're blown away by this information and almost shocked that they don't already know this stuff. So it's good, solid.
Okay, that's great. Great feedback and insight. Cool. if you guys have not attended our master classes, you can go watch those recordings, and I'll send you guys, I'll add this slide decks in the chat and of course in the recording description, so you guys can go in there. But it's the second Wednesday of every month. This last month we had Allie Carty talking about social media, and she gave some really practical tips and insights for driving more impact through social media. So I'll show you some of the resources we have for you guys as well to leverage social media as a channel for delivering educational content. But that was awesome. We did and have had some major Zoom issues. So I was happy with our turnout overall, given the fact that we went from it was like 300 people had registered, and a few days before I saw that we had dropped to 0, and I don't know what happened. So anyway, just want to make sure everybody knows about this. Make sure even if you have registered in the past, you need to re-register because of who knows why. But you can go to firsthomeIQ.com/masterclass. We're also going to start incorporating this into Circle a little bit better so that our platform community, so you can access that easier. But
Hey, real quick on this one. I would love to know how many people watched it. Give a little thumbs up reaction, just so I get a little feel for who watched it on the call today. Looks like lots of opportunity for you guys to watch it. And then that's another thing. Oh, so we got Joseph watched it. But to get the word out, to achieve the goals and really create a mission, it's one, showing up. Two, it's having the conversation. And if you can't make it, you can still share it. So, Kristen shares this on social media. So I would encourage everybody, part of being an active member of this community is just give it a like, help with the algorithms. The more people within this community are engaging with the content, share it. Like if it is something that someone that you think would have dug that Allie video, share it on social, share it with someone. And by the way, it's not too late. It's on our YouTube channel. So if you have not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, I'll put a link when I'm not talking in a minute. Go into this, make sure you subscribe so you're getting an alert every time a new video hits it. And guys, always help each other with the algorithms. Like if you're following each other on social, the more we're a collective community, masterminding, sharing, engaging. That's how we're going to impact millions of consumers and really change things. Hey, by the way, thank you, Katie. Appreciate you sharing it. So click on that right now. Subscribe. I'm already a subscriber. We've got 118 subscribers. So let's see what we can do. And if you're watching this video, down below, there'll be a link to this. You can click on it and subscribe.
And next month, we are going to have a really great class. Katie has been working really hard with Jeff on this for a while now. And we've been leading up to this class. Jeff Zimpher has created a Lead to Succeed, Double Your Realtor Referrals with Education Outreach Masterclass. And Katie has developed a really very strategic plan for how to share education content with realtors, and including some new decks and resources that we'll be sharing with you guys. Katie, do you want to talk about this a little bit?
Yeah, so Jeff, we're really lucky to have Jeff be presenting. He is going to be teaching a class that you can then literally swipe and adapt all of the materials, and you can go take this to your realtor partners. It not only talks about First Home IQ, but it's all around the NAR settlement right now and how to bring app value and partner with your realtors to have those conversations. I know it's a really hot topic at the moment. So Jeff's going to be giving you guys a full presentation to do, as well as doing a demo on how to train the trainer. We're going to have scripts, all kinds of resources, event checklists, social media templates, email templates, all kinds of stuff. Second to that, the office hours the week immediately following. So September 18th, Jeff is going to come on live just for our ambassadors, do a Q&A. So any questions you have, customization, and he's going to demo the the class again. So those are 2 calls you won't want to miss live.
Yeah, really excited about that. That's going to be awesome.
And I want to add something to that one, Kristen, because when you think of this purpose and profits community that we have, like there is no better way to get more loans to help realtors sell more homes than what Jeff's talking about. So if you're watching this, like this is not to be missed. Go to wherever we're promoting it. You know, please share this, like this. But this is, I mean, there's a lot of ways to get profits through being part of this. I mean, sharing the quiz and using it to build your database, emailing the quiz to your database and educating families. But having this conversation with agents, like this is an incredible conversation to have with agents and what Jeff's going to bring. So like, this is the North Star of the profit side of purpose and profits. And it's also super important to just expand this. So I love all the interviews that Kristen does and all the impact interviews, but I just feel like this one has very immediate loans now opportunity. You can see Katie shaking her head because, and she has like, not only is this like strategically super powerful, but the collaboration and all the content that they're creating, like literally you're going to have all kinds of like ideas and I can take action tomorrow with this idea. Like it's pretty incredible what's coming soon, guys.
Hey, Kristen, this is Joseph. I did have a win, and I had a win last week. And so I went into a local high school, my past client, and he reached out to me and he wanted me to go to his computer science club. And he wanted me to present to the leadership over there. And so basically what I did was I took the leadership through a helicopter view. I just sent you over a 30-second video that I shot of my son speaking to the classroom. But anyway, so what our intention is, I'm looking at this going, I would love to do one to many, but one thing that I can do is do little bite sizes, because what I realized, man, I have 45 minutes with these young adults, and how do I get to them? So definitely doing one at a time, but also getting that commitment. So they're discussing a way to get more clubs in. So that way I can do this in a 10-week series, then be able to take that out to the district. And then also I scratched my plan of going to Monterey County Office of Education as HOMAC Team Sanchez after being on that last master class, because what I realized is that I'll have better opportunity if I come in as an ambassador, because now I'm not selling anything. I'm actually helping you solve something. But anyway, so I'm going to be talking to the school district and changing that, because I was going to go September. But after meeting with the kids, I'm going, you know what? I need to do this a little bit different, because I won't fill the room coming in if they think I'm selling them something. So anyway, so that was my win. And I did send you a couple of shots right now, Kristen.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. That is so great. And we will absolutely post those in the Impact channel, and you know, hopefully that inspires others. I know that that's inspiring to me. I love the idea of also, you know, like we've talked about before, you're building trust being part of a nonprofit. It's a little bit easier way in the door, relieve some of that tension. And Veronica had mentioned this too, of like being a salesperson, and instead you're coming at this as an education, you know, support. So I love that. That's great. Thanks for sharing. So we are really excited to share with you guys some new platform community updates. So since many of you haven't logged in recently, I'm actually kind of excited about that, because we have been working very hard to make a huge update in our community, making it a lot easier to access resources. We're still in the process of working that out in some ways. So please share your feedback. Some of the stuff you'll see here, like this ask and share, you won't see when you log in. It's because I'm an admin, but I want to walk you through some of the updates. So in this welcome area, everybody, you guys, industry people who are not ambassadors, teachers, they all see this same area. And so it's just really great if you guys can go ahead and introduce yourself and include, you know, your why. I love to see people talking about, you know, why you're here, and also share where you're from, that kind of thing. That's, again, we want this community to be inspirational to everybody, to shine that light of being an education resource, a community leader, and part of that is introducing yourself. And then a couple of other things in the ambassador section. You'll see just kind of a general introduction, the onboarding course. Again, if you guys have not seen that, this is fairly new, but it's a helpful course to go through things like understanding the mission, how you communicate your why. There's some great training resources around that, how you share the quiz, and then deeper in there, we've got also some modules on, like, if you are wanting to be in the classroom, we've got some great teaching resources around that, how to share the quiz, that type of stuff. So you'll see, you know, Dan Keller's class with the checklist and things like that in there. But and then what I'm most excited about, you'll see an announcement area. What I'm most excited though is about the presentation materials. This is all updated, and this is where we are about to do some expanding on as well. But again, as a reminder, you can hop in here, grab any one of these presentations. They're all in Canva, and you can make them your own. Just as a reminder, file, make a copy, and then you can edit any of these. There's also worksheets that you can take ahead of time. So all of that's kind of the same. And I'll talk in a moment about how we're updating those. But then the really big new thing is our resource library. So this is where you can quickly and easily access a lot of the playbooks, branded resources, and you can use these tags, which we'll work on continuing to edit these. But you'll see, if you click on playbooks, you'll see our most recent playbooks, how to create viral content, that kind of stuff. If you click on social media, you'll see all the social media content. We have video scripts that are from our video content we've created, that you could actually utilize those and create your own scripts, or own videos from those scripts. Same thing with the social templates we've created. There we go. Okay. So you can go in here, access all of the social media content that we have, and there's captions. Just as a reminder, all of those resources are there. So, but again, just trying to make it a lot easier. I think it can, because we have so many resources available, it can feel a little bit overwhelming. So we're trying to make it a lot easier for you to go in, grab the resources that you need. We also have, let's see, I don't know if it's in here, but our presentation resources as well. So we'll show you those, okay, so we've got ask and share, where you can share your updates in there. And then under the industry professionals, this is for anybody. You have, this is where you could invite realtors, you could invite anyone that you meet. And ideally, they would also like to become an ambassador, but we want to make sure that some of our basic resources are just available and out there for everybody. So if they want to do a Money Matters 101, it's not as comprehensive as what you guys have in your Money Matters 101, but we want to make some of that education available. Of course, access to our courses. There's a couple of resources that Todd Ballinger has donated to our group. And then we have the newsroom, where we're constantly posting new content, resources like our masterclass content. And then inspiration, I thought it was called impact. It's inspiration. This is where we'll be posting your stories for all of the community. So the 800 plus or whatever people in the community, they will be notified about your stories. And again, the idea is that we're just expanding inspiration, not just within our community of ambassadors, but also within the industry. So that is our big update. Anything else that you would add to that, Katie? I don't see you on anymore, but I want to make sure we're hitting all the big marks there.
Sorry, I've had allergies so bad, so I'm staying off camera. No, you nailed everything exactly.
Well, great job with that. I want to absolutely, give you a million hugs and high fives. Katie has done so much work on this, and again, the community, the online platform is such an important way to stay connected, not just to the resources, but the community itself and the inspiration that comes behind that. So please log in, let us know. Also, like, don't hold back your feedback. If you're like, hey, it'd be cool to see this, or hey, I got a little lost when I did this, your feedback makes a really big difference in making the community better. Okay, so now I want to talk about what we have been working on and what we're continuing to do. So where we are growing. All right. So we are I'll talk about in a moment, ambassador program, referral program, and then the development of enhanced curriculum and new community partnerships. First of all, just want to thank everybody for your membership fees allow us to expand our education resources and make an impact in our communities across the country. And all of that is just not taken for granted. You all are making a difference just by participating in the program, in addition to the leadership that you bring in your own community. So, and we do want to give a special shout out to those who are donating extra on top of these are our top donors in the community. Actually it's July top donors. So Andy, Danelle, JJ, Joe, Josh, and Melissa, all making significant contributions to the programs and to what we're developing together. So first of all, a big growth around curriculum development. We're in the process of developing our Spanish language resources. We have Raquel, who's been helping out a little bit, and a couple others who have volunteered. We may just want to fully contract out the Spanish language resources. I thought my Spanish was a lot better than it was, and it turns out it's really not. So we are in the process of developing we'll have 4 presentations that are available in Spanish, and those are really like they're fully done. We just need to edit out the content. So and then activities. I might have mentioned this before. This is what I'm probably most excited about. When I started my career, I was a social worker, and I did a lot of community education. Like I went to high schools and juvenile detention centers, and it kind of hit me recently that the way I got their attention and the way that the education was effective was not through doing any kind of presentation. They were not going to listen, but it was through doing activities and like games and things like that. So so whether you're in a classroom or even with a group of first-time homebuyers, I think a lot of the presentation material is going to be most effective if you do short presentations and then you collect, like we've talked about how important it is to open with a quiz or open with an open-ended question that gets people kind of to personalize the content. That's really important. But then also if you add an activity to that, I think you're going to get such great engagement. And those are, of course, activities that you guys can share with other people, like, teachers and things like that are going to be really great resources. So I've been working with a former high school teacher / personal finance person who we've been working on developing 5 new activities, and so they're going to be really cool. And then Todd Ballinger has donated a tax section of a module. So we're going to be adding that, which is going to be huge. I think he's going to help with insurance as well. And then we have some student loan content, but we're developing that. And then I just interviewed someone on investing, just basic investing 101. And I think that's going to be a great add as well. So mostly I think from the consumer portal side, like taking the online courses. I don't know how often you guys would want to be sharing that, but we want to be comprehensive with everything that could help someone save for their down payment or get to the point of being, financially responsible. So those are our big program updates. Any questions on that or feedback? Ideas? Okay, cool. Okay, so then the next one is we talked about this, I think it was last month, about developing an ambassador referral program. And the feedback we got was, a few extra dollars is not going to make a huge difference if you guys are getting like a, $10 for a referral or whatever. But what would make a difference, that would be kind of fun and gamifying this would be to add some merch and announcements for any referrals that you guys make. And I loved this idea. I think this would really make help us expand the program. So, because the challenges with this program, it is definitely for a specific person who wants to be a community leader, who, and that's not everybody. It is for, I think, really special people, but we want to make sure everybody knows about it. So I can't tell you how many times, pretty much every new ambassador call that I have, it's people are like, man, I wish I'd known about this. Can't believe I'm just learning about this, that kind of thing. So we want to just help you share that word and get more people that are like-minded into this community. So one way that we're doing that is if you make a referral, we'll make sure we're asking people as they join. But if you could also just let us know, hey, I referred this person, or make an introduction, whatever that is. And if they become an ambassador, you'll get your choice of something from the store. So we have, these a variety of different cool t-shirt designs, actually. And then notebook, tote bag, coffee mug, we'll add some stuff to the store too. But then also we'll do a post in the community and on social media. So just want to, again, have your help in sharing that message and having more impact as an organization. One really cool way that we can do that is by sharing the sizzle reel that we've created with Ambassador Amir Syed and his team. They actually edited all of this content into a 90-second video. If you watch this video, could you give a thumbs up? Curious if, okay, I'm going to play it for you guys because I think this is like worth spending 90 seconds on. Let me just share my screen. Oh, let me make sure I can share sound. There we go. Okay.
First Home IQ has been a blessing in my life. For a long time, I wanted to get committed to a not-for-profit organization that was very close to the housing industry, that's run by really cool people that made an impact. And so I finally found it.
And I've noticed a complete lack of want for the next generation to want to buy homes. The truth of the matter is, the number one way that wealth is built is through real estate, and we need to make sure that the next generation knows it.
And the education part doesn't happen for so many people early on in life. First Home IQ is on a mission to change the future generations on how they look at and implement money and home ownership.
If we really believe that homeownership is becoming less accessible, that there's so much confusion by misrepresented messages in the media, we've got to be louder than the media. And there's nothing better than having the content made for us, than using a quiz to start the conversation.
Well, one of the best ways to add value is our first home buyers seminars and educating our first home buyers on how to get into a home. And I love the fact that First Home IQ has the quiz that gets them intrigued, and then we can educate them and help them become homeowners.
First Home IQ. We need more ambassadors. We need people like you. It's time for us to give back. Our ability is our responsibility. So click the link below, take the quiz, and I'm going to drop the ambassador enrollment form as well for you. Meet me on the inside. Let's go.
How fun is that? I am just so excited. So you guys can share that reel when you make a referral, or say, like, share it in your networks, share it on social media, whatever that is. And if there's an easier way, like if you want a unique referral link, I can easily create that for you to share the ambassador program. So, and if you have ideas on making this, a better way of sharing, let me know. And then also happy to, I think, share your stories. We have some incredible stories from you guys talking about your why for being here. So we'll be working on, again, sharing those in our community as well. So that is pretty much it that I wanted to cover for the main yeah, main points of the day. I want to pause here and see if we have any questions, additional thoughts, or feedback.
Kristen, I have a question.
Yeah.
I actually saw that reel the other day and thought, oh my gosh, amazing. And not to take away from Amir, is there a way that we could edit it to the point where we see everyone, so we could be that voice of Amir and then everyone else is pitching in their why?
I love that. That's such a great idea. Yes, absolutely. Let me think about how we could do that. Make it really easy. Like we can definitely just give you the video and then you can, have those cut and edited. But he will be so stoked about that. I mean, he's always talking about like how can he create something that other people can replicate, and that's such a great idea. So, yeah, let me think about if there's a way that we could make it easy for you guys, like even in Canva. I think that would be something we could do pretty easily. And then we'll share that. So, great idea.
Awesome. Thanks.
Any other questions or ideas? Okay, cool. Well, I'm really looking forward to some of the, seeing you guys in the community. Please, as your action item after this, log into the community, write a post in the ask and share or in, in the introductions, anywhere or in the inspiration if you've got a story. And would love to see you guys being leaders in the community so that we can spread inspiration and resources as part of our mission. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for being here today, and I'll talk to you all soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kristen.
Thank you.